Our next comedian used to live here out in fucking LA nowadays, traveling all over the fucking place, finished up a tour, coming to here back home. You ready to see this, motherfuckers? Some of y'all even gonna remember. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody make the noise at the same goddamn time. Put some energy up in this motherfucker, come on. My friend, John Michael Bond, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Keep it going for your host, Rodney. It's cool. It's like a genie that you would get by rubbing a vape pen. It's cool. You get 3 wishes, but they ruin your lungs. That's great. I'm trying to quit smoking. I've smoked since I was 13 years old. I'm 35. My smoking has died in the military. I smoke. All my friends told me, just get a vape pen, man. Just vape. And I was like, then I found out vaping gives you cancer. I'm a hipster. I collect vinyl. If I'm gonna die of cancer, I'm gonna die of tobacco cancer. You know, like I don't want some doctor to cut me open someday, pull out a tumor, and be like, it's orange dreamsicle. I know I killed it. I'm at the end of a tour. I've been on the road for 25 days now. My wife's fucking furious because she thought I was just getting cigarettes. Yeah, it's not going good. I love her. I'm 35. All my friends are in their 20s. They don't know what it's like to be in love. They know, you know what it's like to be in love. They don't know what to be kind of in love where you're like, I fucking hate you, but like we both have health insurance. Look, you know, I told the 25-year-old I've been with the same woman for 17 years. Yeah. He responded by saying, wow. Like I said, I had a 128 fucking pound tumor, you know? And I do. Her name's Emily. And she loves that joke because I lie about her weight in it. Yeah. I was like, are you sure that's okay? She's like, don't worry, baby. That joke's benign. It's cool. We've been together same woman since I was 17 years old. That ruins you, man. Like, I can't date her. Like, everything I know about sex I learned from rap music or my wife. It's a terrible problem. I didn't know people were kissing butts now until... Yeah, kissing butts. You didn't know there was a Christian way to say that, did you? Put my tongue in there, still go to heaven. I'm a Christian. I heard a rapper say he was going to eat the booty like groceries. Yeah. That threw me... I was an innocent boy. It threw me for a loop. I was like, fuck, how do you... Like, that presumes a lot about how I eat groceries. You know? If I ate the booty like groceries, I would wait a week too long and then throw half of the booty away. I'd be like, I spent $30 on that. God damn. Oh, no. My poor wife. I'm an innocent. Like, I know I'm innocent. I didn't have easy access to pornography growing up in the 90s. When I was a kid, the only ways you had access to porn, you found like a box of Playboys in the woods, or you had like a friend who had a stepdad with a video collection. Like, that was all you had. Here's what I did to jerk off when I was 13 years old in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I got super into Harlequin romance novels. Yeah. You know the books with Fabio on the cover? I know those fucking books, yeah. I know those books. I know scented candles. I know long baths, yeah. I'd walk around one of those books in my back pocket. One day my dad found it. He was like, what do you have this for? And I was like, the opposite reason you think. I know I do music theater, but I'm still jerking off to the lady. But so I had to find a cover, guys. So what I did, I found this website that had pornographic stories. I found a website called literotica.com. Yeah, okay, there's a couple people here who know their inner truth. And if you don't, it's great. If you're into bondage, they got stories. You want to fuck a werewolf, they got shit for you. You know, it's a great website. So at the age of 13, what I did is I printed out hundreds of pages of erotic stories on the computer in the family den. Yeah. My mom's like, oh, you're really working on that report? I'm like, yeah, I'm really pounding it out. You know? And I don't know if you ever had a video, like you're masturbating, the video buffers at the wrong time, like, oh, it ruined my orgasm. That is nothing on dropping 300 pieces of paper on your dick. You know? You're just like, oh no, not a cut. Yeah. So what I did, to make it safe, to have safe sex with myself, what I did, I went to Walgreens. Yeah, went to Walgreens. I bought a 3-hole punch. I bought a Lisa Frank binder with a dolphin on the cover of it. Yeah, and then I bought some fucking tabs because I wanted to know where my porn is. And I made an organized phone book of every fantasy I had as a kid. Yeah, it was beautiful. And it worked for months until I came home one day and my mom sitting on the bed in my bedroom. holding my binder of filth. Yeah. And I was bold as fuck. I walked in, I was like, oh no, you found Dad's porn. You can tell it's not my porn, I would be a Lisa Frank tiger, you know. And my mom was like, I know this is yours. Some changes are gonna happen. I was like, all right, what's happening? She's like, well, number one, a man is gonna watch you after school. I was like, fair enough, that makes sense. Probably should have had a male role model at this point. What's the second thing? My mom's like, you're gonna help make the church directory this year. I said, what? You know? She's like, this is beautifully organized. I didn't know you could collate. Yeah. Has anyone ever been such a pervert they made Jesus stronger? It's the John Michael Bond story. I don't know. I'm trying to smoke less weed. I live in California. It's legal there. That backfires. It backfires. Because all my boring friends smoke weed now, and they're like, let's get high. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, if you're a banker, you can afford dabs. I can't, so let's do it, you know? And then my friend, he got too high. He tried to take, he took it too fucking seriously. He's like, hey man, we're all real high. Let's just figure out some things. And I was like, all right, what do you need to know? And he's like, hey man, if you go back in time, you could go back in time. Would you kill baby Hitler? I was like, that's a really intense question for 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, but I thought about it and I was like, no, I would kill sporty Hitler and posh Hitler. That likes the Spice Girls and World War II. I don't know. My wife listens to, we're in the true crime fans. Okay, it's always women. It's always women who are like us. I understand why women listen to true crime. It's just cross-training for dealing with men. Like, it's just, if you don't like that joke, be a better man. My wife listens to nothing but serial killer podcasts, and it fucks with me. Like, I don't like that the woman I love has 30 hours of actionable alibis on her phone at all times. But it didn't fuck with me until we went camping. Yeah, that's where it really messed with me. I was making a campfire. I was just like, oh, this is so lovely. Can't wait to hang out with my... And then I heard a stick break behind me. I was like, oh shit, honey, it's you. I thought you were a killer. And my wife's like, I'd never kill you out here. The ground is too hard to dig. I was like, you're going back to This American Life, you know? She told me she has a favorite goddamn serial killer. Yeah, the woman I love is like, I have a favorite serial killer. Who's yours? And I was like, Charles Manson? She's like, Charles Manson never killed anybody. He's technically an influencer. I'm like, you what? Fuck, okay. I was like, honey, who's your favorite serial killer? And she's like, a guy named Ted Bundy. Does everybody know about Ted Bundy? Yeah. If you don't, he killed 35 women in the 80s that we know about, and your most boring friend thinks he's fuckable. Sorry. And my wife's like, Ted Bundy's not actually that bad of a dude. And I was like, he killed a lot of women. She's like, it doesn't matter. He's not that bad a dude. And I was like, why is he not that bad a dude? And he's like, did you know in college he worked on a suicide hotline? And I was like, no. It's true. Ted Bundy spent several years working on a suicide hotline. Now here's the thing, if I was a serial killer, I would also work on a suicide hotline. I would just end all my calls with, I don't know bro, sounds like you got a lot of shit to think about, click. Tally on the wall. Not Ted Bundy, he was apparently big into saving lives. Every time they had a bad call, they called Ted Bundy, he'd grab the phone and be like, yeah, Susan? No, I know it seems bad, but I want you to know, you're not gonna die alone in your house today, you're gonna die at the lake like I planned. Click. Can I tell them? Okay. So people have been asking me, like, how do I know I'm in love? And I know I'm in love because I've learned how to compromise. And I know that because a couple years ago, right before we moved to California, we were at this going away party. We were at a friend's house doing a lot of drugs. And this guy came up to me and my wife and he was like, hey man, do you guys want to do Molly tonight? And I was like, I don't know, I got work in the morning, we got a long drive coming up. And my wife, a good Christian woman, just went, fuck yeah, Molly! And I was like, cool, we're doing Molly. And we do a lot of drugs. We do the kind of drugs where if I hold your dog, you don't want it licking my face. I understand, but I'm careful with my drugs. And this guy reaches into his pocket, and instead of like giving me a pill that looks like Cookie Monster, he grabs a little plastic bag, he puts a key in it, puts a big orange pile of powder up to my nose, and I'm like, this isn't the Molly we do. And I look at my wife, and my wife, again, a good Christian woman, goes, snort it, bitch! I'm like, cool. So I snort it, and I snort it at my wife, and I think it has meth in it, because we go fucking crazy immediately. And we're just dancing, we're going crazy. We know we're going crazy, because we are eventually, like 20 minutes later, dry humping in the middle of our friend's living room, just on the dance floor, making out. It's the worst. Like, when you're in your 20s, your married friends aren't your friends. They're just parents you do coke with, you know, like, and no one wants to see dad get fingered, so we leave, and I'm dad, and we get back to my house, and my wife's sweating. She's like, I'm gonna jump in the shower, baby. You wanna join me? And I'm so fucked up. I'm like, yeah, shower sex is great, which is a fucking lie. Shower sex is the worst thing that's ever happened. It's just two people fighting to stay warm for the benefit of another person, all right? Shower sex sucks. It's just, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck you in a place where if anything goes wrong, it looks like a murder. Of course, yeah. But in the moment, I'm like, grab the loofah, let's do it, you know? So I grab the loofah, I soap it up, and I just start washing the hell out of my wife's back. I'm just scrubbing, and I'm scrubbing, and I wash my wife's back for 25 goddamn minutes. And she's like, I got tits, and I'm like, don't worry, no one's been back here in a while, I gotta exfoliate. Ah! And in that moment, I realize I have to pee super bad. Yeah. And I tell her, I'm like, honey, I gotta pee. And she's like, so? And I'm like, well, if I do it in here, it might splash on you. If I do it out there, I might get cold. And she's like, well, it's the shower. If it splashes on me, best place for it to happen. And I said, touche. And she's like, do you want to just pee on my foot? And I was like, I don't know. And she's like, do you want to just pee on my butt? And I said, what? You know? And I want to be clear, my wife doesn't have a fetish for being peed on. What my wife has a fetish for is not missing out on opportunities. You know, she doesn't know when we're going to be in this situation ever again. She's like, if you've ever wanted to do it, shoot your shot, literally. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So I'm like, ah, that's generous. Ah, you know, it's that thick, but it's very short. And I spend like 5 minutes desperately trying to pee on my wife's butt, and it's not coming. And my wife knows how fragile men are, so she's just like, you can do it, baby. You drank a lot of beer tonight. I believe in you. You know, fill a glass with warm water, stick a finger in. That always helps with sleepovers. What are we gonna do? You know. And I spend 15 minutes, at the end of 15 minutes, I'm like, honey, I'm afraid this isn't gonna happen, I'm sorry. And she's like, hey, it doesn't matter, the important thing's that we tried. She smacks me on the ass, gives me some orange slices, she's a great coach. And I get out of the shower, immediately pee in the toilet. I had to pee, I just couldn't do it on the woman I love, like a fucking coward. And then the next morning I wake up, and my wife's there, and I look at her, and I'm just like, honey, I'm really glad we didn't do that last night. And she's like, I'm glad we didn't do that last night. And we hugged each other like we had been through a war. And I tell you that not to be gross. I just think that that's the secret of our love, is just like knowing when to compromise, you know? And for 3 years, I've told that story to everyone who's asked me how I knew I was ready to be in a long-term relationship. And for 3 years, I have not been invited to one goddamn wedding. My name is John Michael. Have a good night. Bye.
John Michael Bond, everybody make a goddamn noise. Would you be so kind?